So
The
we will discuss.
centrifugal.
Yes, centrifugal. So little bit intro we have circular motion and then centrifugal force we will discuss. Okay. So circular motion we have discussed that a body moving in a circular path. If this is the center, body moving in a circular path. So see here, each, for example, at this point, this body want to move in this direction. Body want to always remain to move in a straight line unless any force is not applied. For example, body is in motion, so it will continue to move with a uniform velocity, that is, with the same velocity in the same direction. If we apply some force, then only it will accelerate or it will change in direction, we can say. Okay, to change the motion of the body, that is uniform motion of the body, we require some force to act on it. So see here, each moment, this body direction is being changed. It means each moment we are applying some force. So continuously some constant force is being applied. And how the force is applied? For example, here the force will be in this direction, then body moves in this direction. Okay. So each moment we are applying some force to change the direction. And how this force is there? The force is always towards the center. The force which is being applied is always towards the center. So this force is what? It's a variable force. It's a variable force since it is changing its direction. The magnitude remains same, but direction of the force is changing. As well as acceleration, the magnitude remains same, but the direction is changing. This is clear. So to make the body to rotate or to move in a circular fashion, we require a constant force to pull it to change the direction of motion. If there is no force acting, it will move in a straight line. It will move in a straight line. So each moment we are applying some force that is directed towards the center. Okay. So for example, we are having a string. If one end of the string is tied to the stone and other string here. So if we whirl it around, if we start to rotate it around, what will happen? It moves in a circular motion, circular path. So, for example, at this position, it want to move in this direction. It want to move in this direction. But there is a continuous force, that is tension in the string. Because of this force, its direction is being changed. It want to move in a direction, but you can see its direction is being changed. Now here its direction is changed. So this tension in the string, it is always directed towards the center of the circle. So this force, this tension, the force of tension provides the centripetal force. This force of tension, this inward force that is towards the center, it is called centripetal force. That is center seeking force. That is the force applied is always towards the center. It wants to make the body move towards the center. This is clear. So because of the centripetal force, body rotates in a circular fashion. This is clear. This we have discussed.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now we discuss centrifugal force. Centrifugal force, for example, okay, we took the stone, okay. Now a person, you are whirling the stone, and another person is sitting on the stone, okay. Now for that person, that stone is at rest. Yes or no? For that person sitting on the stone is at rest. It is not moving because he is sitting on the stone. So for that person, it seems like stone is at rest. For example, you are on Earth. It seems Earth is stationary. Similarly, for that person, it seems to be stationary. But he feels an outward force. He feels that person, he or she feels an outward force. So now there is no real force acting on it, but that person feels an outward force. That apparent force, that uh, fictitious force or not real force, that is called as centrifugal force. Okay, we'll discuss the centrifugal force in detail by one example. See here why we are considering this centrifugal force there. Okay, so one example is given in your book of merry-go-round. So for example, we are having a merry-go-round. Okay, this is the center of the merry-go-round. It rotates. Okay, so we are having a stone tied with a string to the center. Okay, so strings, one end is tied to the stone, other end to the center of the, or the axle you can take, of the merry-go-round. This is clear. Now initially it is not rotating, so you will see that string is loose. String is loose. A stone will be lying somewhere. This is fine. Okay, but as we start to rotate the merry-go-round, what will happen?
The
This
string.
stone, it will move, it will try to move towards the edge of the merry-go-round. It will try to move out towards the edge of the merry-go-round, and this string tightens. The string tightens. This you observe. As well, you sit on the merry-go-round. As it rotates, you feel like you've been pushed outward, readily outward. Similarly, okay, so this string get tightened. Okay, now we'll be seeing this motion by two persons. Okay, we'll be considering two persons. One person, M, M or A or B they have taken. M and A. Okay, so M person, that person is on the ground, and there's a person on the merry-go-round. A. Okay, initial position consider as P. So there's a person sitting on the merry-go-round near the center, and there's a M person. So we are having two observers. M will be observing the motion of P, that is stone, as well as A will be observing the motion of the stone. Okay. Now first we are taking observer M, that is observer on the ground. So for observer on the ground, the merry-go-round is rotating. M, how this person will see that stone is moving in a circular motion. Yes or no? And we see that stone is moving in a circular motion. Okay, so we as well know if there would have been no stone, no string, it would have moved in a straight line. But there is a continuous force acting here. Then stone reaches here. So it at this position it want to move in this straight line, in this position, in this like this. But after some time you see it is changing in direction. At each moment it is changing in direction. This is how M is going to observe. So for M, the M says that some force is there that is pulling the stone inward. That is continuous force on the stone. Because of that, it is changing its direction and made to rotate in circular motion. Okay, and that force is tension in the string. Okay, so
Tension.
force of tension is making the stone to change its direction continuously. Okay, for M it's fine, centripetal force. Okay, but for observer sitting at the center, how the stone is being observed, like this, yes or no? So for
Yes,
A
sir.
observer, the stone is going to remain always at stationary. It will be always in front of that observer, yes or no? It will be always in front of that observer.
Yes, sir. As he rotating.
As this is rotating, this stone will always be in front of the observer. So this stone appears to be at rest with frame of reference compared to A. A is at rest. A is also moving at this position here. Now A will be here, stone will be here. Now A will be here, stone will be here. So it will always remain in front of the observer, this A observer. So it will be at rest for A always. It will be at rest for A always. Okay. So now how that observer A is going to spin. See what has happened. Initially it was at rest, merry-go-round was at rest, that string was loose, but as it starts to rotate, what happened? This moved towards the edge, stone moved towards the edge, and there is a tension in the string. There is a tension in the string acting. You can see tension in the string is acting. So what A is going to tell that there is some force acting inward. That is, if this is the stone, now there is a force in this direction. You can see if tension force is acting in this direction. If force is acting, any force is acting in this direction, this body should be moved in this direction, yes or no? If a force is acting on the body in this direction, it means body has to move in this direction, yes or no? Have you understood this one? For example, any body is there. If some force is applied, it will move. Or if it is being pulled with a string, this body will move. Okay. To make this body in
Yes,
rest, we must have an equal and opposite force acting on the body. Yes or no? If F force, we are pulling this action, there must be minus F force in the opposite action. Then only the body is at stationary. Have you understood this one? So this body is there, tension force is in this direction. It means this only force is acting. So it must move towards the observer. But what is happening? It is stationary. It is stationary. So how this A will explain the stationary, that rest position of the body. Since one force is acting, the body must move, but it is not moving, it is stationary. So how this observer will tell that there are two forces acting on this body? There are two forces acting on this body. That's why it is the rest. Which two forces? One is centripetal force, force of tension, which is trying to pull this body towards the center of the, towards him. Okay. But there is one equal and opposite force. One equal and opposite force to this force of tension. And that force is called as centrifugal force. So A will use an apparent force. An imaginary force A is going to tell there is some imaginary force pulling it radially outward. That is, outward it is pulling. So this centrifugal force, A will tell there is some force acting in that direction, opposite. So this is our centripetal force, that is force of tension. So there will be some centrifugal force that is acting outward, that is opposite to the force of tension. Both are equal in magnitude, but opposite direction. So since two forces are acting on a body in opposite direction, but equal, so net force on the body will be how much net
Zero.
force? Zero. Since net force is zero, the body will remain in the same state. That is stationary, it will remain stationary. So for this frame of reference, for A, we have to take centrifugal force into account, imaginary force into account to explain the rest position of the body. Rest position of the, have you understood this one? So it is in which frame of reference we are calculating, or we are explaining the rest of motion of the body. We have to take care of centrifugal or only centripetal. So for a observer at rest at ground, we don't require centrifugal force. We don't require centrifugal force to explain its motion, circular motion. This is clear. But for observer on the body or in the same frame, that is, both appears to be at rest. For P, this A is at rest. For A, P is at rest. Stone is said. In that case, we have to take centrifugal force to explain the motion or the rest position of the body. This is clear. So in reality, there is no centrifugal force acting on the body, but to explain the motion or rest of the stone, we have to take some force acting on it. That is imaginary force we are taking. This is clear. And this centrifugal force is not the reaction force of centripetal force. Okay, why? Why centrifugal force is not the reaction of the centrifugal force, centripetal force? Because they are acting on the same body.
Their actions are not same.
Same body. Okay, we have studied in Newton's third law last year. That is, if a force is applied on the body will as well apply the equal and opposite force on the other body. So those action and reaction, they are applied on different bodies. If you punch the wall, what will happen? You applied force on the wall is applied on force on your wrist. Okay, here on your fingers. Understood this one? Centrifugal force,
Yes.
you have understood? Okay.
Yes.
Now see what happens. Okay. If we cut the string, so how M is going to observe the motion? As the string is cut, is there any more force acting on the stone?
No,
Will
sir.
there be any no force acting on the string? So how it is going to move, this stone? In the straight line? Here, then here.
In the
It
straight
will
line.
move in the straight line, it will move. So for observer on the ground, this stone will be moving in a straight line. Understood? But for observer at for the A observer, how this stone is going to be observed? How it is going to be observed that it is moving?
Opposite direction.
See here how. For example, this is the stone. It is moving along. I am moving along with the stone. Okay. So it is always in front of me. So it appears to be stationary. Now, as this force I have cut, okay, this string I have cut. So there is no force of tension, no centripetal force. So which force I have considered? Centrifugal force acting. Now, only that centrifugal force is acting on this. So it will appear. So see on the ground, it will appear that it is moving in a straight line. But for this person, After some time, person will be here, stone will be here. After some time, person will be here, the stone will be somewhere here in a straight line. Okay, after here, stone will be somewhere here. Okay, so it will always remain in front of it. It seems like it is moving away. Yes or no? It is moving away. You can see it is always in front of the observer, but moving away. That is radially outward it is moving. You can see that one. So what is happening here for this person? The string was there. Earlier it was stay at rest because I have considered centrifugal force in this direction and centrifugal force in this direction. So both were equal and opposite forces. So it is at rest. As I cut the string, what happens? No more centripetal force, no more force of tension, only centrifugal force. So it keeps on moving radially outward. So I consider that is some force is pulling it outward, radially outward. But in reality, there was no force. It was continuing its whatever uniform motion was there after no force acting on the body. Understood this one?
So can you again explain that A person one?
Okay, see it like this. I explain you with the earth thing, okay? Then we'll go back to here, okay? So for example, you are on earth, okay? So consider an example. This is earth and from pole you are observing. So here you are on the equator, okay? Earth is rotating, okay? You are here, okay? This is you A and this is your friend B. Okay, they are on the Earth surface, both of you on the equator. Earth is rotating, so here you both are there. Okay, as it is rotating, what happens? What is there? You want to move in this direction or not? Because you want to continue your uniform, that is, you want to oppose any change to your state. So you want to move in this direction, but you are continuously, if Earth is rotating in this direction, continuously you are moving in circular motion. Why along with the Earth? What is the
Because
force
of
that is?
Because
Because
we
of
cannot fly.
turning.
there is some force that is holding you, or else you are being pushed out.
Because we cannot apply any gravitational force.
Because
Gravity.
of here, the gravitational force is acting as centripetal force, which is trying to move you towards the center. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you dug the hole, you will drop in the hole. Why? Because Earth is pulling you towards the center. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So
Not fly.
continuously you are moving. Okay, now what happens? For example, the Earth rotates more and more fast and more fast. The moment you overcome, for example, you are 50 kg, your friend is 500 kg. So which have more gravity? Your friend
The
have more gravity.
500.
Friend,
Will have more
500.
gravity. More gravitational force will be acting on it. Okay. So after some time, you have been pushed out. Okay. You have been pushed out. So how for it is going to motion? See how the motion is going to be. You have been pushed out. Therefore, no gravitational force acting you. So you will be moving in this fashion. Yes or no? In the straight line, you will be moving.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for example, okay, 1 minute. If we draw the tangent here, this will be the direction of your motion. Yes or no? At this position, you lose this gravitational force and you move in this direction. Okay. But so see here, for B, for someone on another planet, how that person will observe that you are moving in a straight line. Okay. But how B is going to observe? See here, after some time you will be here, B will be here. After some time you will be here. 1 minute, I use the red. B will be here, you will be here. After some time, you will be here, B will be here. After some time, you will be here, B will be here. So how B will see that you are sucked in by the atmosphere or you are sucked in. So you are moved in the top. You are moved vertically outward. You can see
Oh,
B seeing this one. Always see vertical.
yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Have you understood? So it will seem
Sir,
that
Sir,
okay
that
for you.
for being and that other person on the planet, we are on the straight line only.
For that person, you are moving in a straight line, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But for your friend standing near you, it will seem that you have been sucked there, up. You have moved up the straight line. So it
Okay.
seems you have moved radially outward. Understood this time?
Yes, sir.
So same was with the merry-go-round. So person is here. So straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line. So for that person, it will seem the stone has moved radially outward, like radially out in the direction of it. Understood now?
Yes, sir.
You can make some science fiction, science over this one. This time this is clear. So how he will account? He will say some centrifugal force has picked the friend. How the your friend will explain to his parents that some force was applied on it and picked him. Yes or no?
Yes,
He
sir.
was sucked in. Okay. This was centrifugal force we have discussed. Is this clear now? So now in reality there was no force acting on it, on your friend. Only the gravitational force ceased to act on your friend. Yes or no? Only the gravitational force ceased to act on your friend. So your friend was following this that state of the state that is undisturbed state, we can say. That is, no force was acting on your friend at this moment, as the gravitational force ceased. But to explain the motion of your friend being sucked up, you will say some force from the sky pulled him. Yes or no? This way you are going to explain to his parents. Okay. This is clear centrifugal force.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As well, like, okay, leave that here. Okay, this is clear. Okay, now we discuss the numericals of first day. Okay, question answers. Have you gone through the question answers?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
Yes,
Any
sir.
question? Okay.
Sir, you told for 10 question answers.
Okay, first question, any doubt? Second, if you have doubt, just say it. Okay. Second question, anyone have doubt? So first conditions, you can say transformation motion.
Numerical question answers.
Okay, in this question answers, anyone have doubt? 1 to 10 questions, any doubt? The word problems. 1 to 10, any doubt?
No, sir.
10 to 20?
Question.
Which question? Fifth. Sixth question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, write the expression for the moment of force about a given axis. It's easy. What is the moment of force about an axis? Force applied into perpendicular distance of the from what? Line of action to the pivot. It is given, I think it is given. You can get it in the book. Okay, here it is. Second. Perpendicular distance of force from point O. Okay. F force into, that's the expression. Okay. Page number 2 it is given. You can know how we have derived this equation. The magnitude of the force applied into perpendicular distance of the line of action of the force. This we have discussed. So for example, this is any body. This is the point. This is the axis through which is up, and we applied force in this direction. So how we are going to take the perpendicular distance? This will be the perpendicular distance. This will be the perpendicular distance. Now F cross D. This will be the moment of force. Force in the direction F cross D. So this will be the direction of moment of force. Okay, understood now? And how the body is going to rotate? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise. This is clear?
Anti-clockwise.
Okay. Any more doubts? 15th, are you able to do 15 question? Up to 20, any doubt? Okay, go through these questions again.
10 question only. We had solved up to 10 question only.
Okay, solve them again. If you face any doubt, ask tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, up to 10 you're done. Okay. Okay, numericals, let's do. Okay, listen here, numericals are very important. As you solve the numericals, you are applying what you have studied. So your concepts will get very clear if you solve the numericals. So take your time and always solve the numericals. Your chapter, the concepts will be very clear. Crystal clear you will get. Okay. So first one, the moment of force is 10 Newton. Of the moment of force of 10 Newton. So force is first question. Anyone have doubt?
No, sir.
No,
Force
sir.
is given and moment of force as well given. You can calculate the distance. Okay.
Yes,
Always
yes, sir.
remember, check the units. Second question,
Sir,
length is
then-
given and the least force required. So length you have to convert into meters. Always convert in the same unit system. Third question, anyone have doubt in third?
No,
Below
sir.
diameter. Anyone have doubt? So about A, length will be the radius. About A, it will be the diameter.
Yes, sir. Sir, then next double.
Okay, yes. Fourth question, anyone have doubt? Anyone have doubt in fourth question?
Sir, no.
Okay, anyone have doubt in fourth question? You all have completed fourth.
Yes, sir, it is,
Okay, yes,
sir, it is easy.
easy. Okay, fifth question,
Sir, it is also easy.
Yes, sir.
you can do two way. Either one of the force you take and total distance, or 2 into 10 into 10, and it's the same direction. Anti-clockwise. Clockwise it is. Okay. Sixth question, any doubt?
Sir, how we are writing, sir, that clockwise and anti-clockwise?
Okay, that we discuss. Okay, we discuss sixth question. Okay, sixth question we discuss in that clockwise, anti-clockwise. This will be discussed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So sixth question, everyone read sixth question once. Figure 1.31 shows two forces, each of the magnitude 10 Newton, acting or at a points A and B at a separation of 50 centimeter in opposite direction. So there are two forces acting. This is the O point, and this is A here. Okay, and B here. So A force is applied, at B force is applied. How much force is applied? 10 Newton. Okay. Shows two forces each of magnitude 10 Newton acting at point A and B at a separation of 50 centimeters. So their separation is how much? 50 centimeters. This is given. So a force of 10 Newton is acting at a point A and force of 10 Newton is acting at point B. And their separation is how much? 50 centimeters. Okay. Now, okay, in opposite direction, calculate the resultant moment of two forces. Resultant moment of these two forces we have to calculate at A point. At A point we have to calculate first. At A point, so when the pivot is here, at this point we have to calculate the moment of force. So what will be the moment of force because of this 10 Newton? At A, how much it is? Anyone in class? Moment of force. What is moment of force?
Sir,
Force
and
into
into sir,
Distance from the perpendicular.
perpendicular
sir,
distance
perpendicular distance. Yes, sir.
of the force applied from the pivot. So here it is here. So how much is the perpendicular distance from A, this force? How much it is? 0? Yes or no? Because of this force of 10 Newton, it is 0? Toe of A. It is 0?
Yes, sir.
But because of B, and because of BC, how much is the perpendicular distance? 50 centimeters.
0.5 0.5
So it will be 0.5 meter. So what will be the moment of force because of this force at A? Moment
5
of
Newton
force
meter.
at A due to force B. It will be 10
5
into 0.5. 5 Newton meter. And how it is? See here at position A, it was 0. How it is rotating? Clockwise? It is clockwise.
Yes, sir.
So 5 Newton meter clockwise. Okay. So this question you can do this way. So at A equal to, first you take the moment of force due to this force at A, moment of force due to force at A plus moment of force due to force at B. So this will be 0 plus this will be 5 Newton meter. And direction you can get clockwise. Okay. At B, what it will be? Second is there at B. At B, how it is? At B, we have to calculate. So because of this force is how much? 0. Because it is acting at the same position. So D, perpendicular distance is 0. And because of this force, find the perpendicular distance. It is again 0.5 meter. So this force is acting in this direction. This is the perpendicular distance. So 0.5 into 10. It is how much? Again 5 Newton meter. And how the direction at this push? See here, it is moving this direction. How? It is clockwise.
Clockwise.
Again clockwise. Okay. Now at O we have to calculate. How to calculate at O? At O, these are the perpendiculars. So either you can, there are two ways. See here, 10 Newton in this direction, 10 Newton in this direction. It forms what? It forms the couple. It forms the couple.
Yes, sir.
So you can either take 10 into 0.5. Or if you go with the basics, at O, what is the perpendicular distance for force at A? 0.5 divided by 2
0.
into 10. This distance, because of this force, A, 0.5 by 2, this is the perpendicular distance, 10 Newton. Plus, because of B, 10 into 0.5 divided by 2. See here, it is clockwise, so plus. It is also clockwise, so plus. No, it's we usually take minus. Clockwise, we take minus. Okay.
Where anti-clockwise is positive.
Yes. So you will get 5 Newton meter minus, or you can remove minus sign by telling that it is clockwise. Okay. Have you understood this one? Either you can simply tell it's the form of, it's a couple, that is 10 Newton is acting in this direction, 10 Newton is acting in this direction, and this is the pivot or this is the center. So this total distance multiplied either of one of the forces. 10 into 0.5, you'll get 5 Newton meter. And how the direction? Clockwise. Have you understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? So have you understood how to take the clockwise and anti-clockwise? Okay. 7th question. Any doubt? 7th question, any doubt? Anyone have doubt? 8th question. 8th question, any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read the 8th question. A uniform meter rule is pivoted at its midpoint. Okay, we'll take it slow. Okay, we are having a meter rule. Okay, uniform meter rule means the whole mass is distributed uniformly. Okay, balances horizontally on a knife edge placed at the 58 centimeter mark. So 58, if we are taking 0 here and here 100. Okay, so here somewhere it will be 50 and here somewhere it will be, for example, here it is 58. Here we are having the knife edge. Okay, here it is pivoted. Okay, mark when a weight of 20 gram GF is suspended from one end. 20 GF, when 20 GF is suspended from one end, the meter rule, it stays horizontal. So which end we have to put the 20 GF force? Here? Yes or no? Because see here, initially if we do not put any weight, where it will be balanced? At 50? It will balance at 50. Okay, if we put the weight, what will happen? It will slide down. Okay, take it like this. Initially it will be balanced at 50. Okay, if I put some weight here, what will happen? It will go down. It will
Yes,
move
sir.
downward. Okay. So to balance it back, we have to move somewhere here. For example, we are moving to 58. So at 58, it will balance back. This you all used to do. Understood now? So as we are moved towards 100, we have to put 20 GF here. So the question is saying that if you are putting 20 GF at one of the end, the balancing point will be at 58. Okay, this you understood? Okay. Now the question asks, ninth question, eighth question. Where should a weight of 100 GF be suspended? 1 minute. Which question it was? Eighth, it was uniform meter rule. A weight of 50 GF. It is 50 GF. It is 50 GF. Okay. It's suspended at one of end. Okay. Which question we are doing? 8th or 9th? 8th.
Eight.
Okay, I have missed 8th and 9th. Sorry for that. 8th question, uniform meter rule is pivoted at its midpoint. Okay. It is pivoted at 50. It is 0 here and we have 50 here and here. It is pivoted at its center. Pivoted at midpoint. A weight of 50 GF is suspended at one of the end of it. So any one of the end, for example, I am suspending here 50 GF. So as we suspend, what happens? It will tilt. There is a moment of force in the direction. So it will go down and it will rise. Yes or no? Now the question is asking, where should a weight of 100 GF be suspended? So where should we keep 100 GF? Here, here, here. Where we have to keep 100 GF to balance it back. To balance, to suspend to keep the rule horizontal. Where should we keep? That we have to find. That means, see here, because of 50 GF, there will be moment of force. There will be moment of force in this direction. Okay. And because of 100 GF, there will be moment of force in this direction. These two moment of forces must be equal, or we must say they may cancel each other. This is which moment? This is clockwise. This is anti-clockwise moment. They must be equal. They must be equal.
Yes,
Have you understood this? Okay. So what will be the moment of force? This one. Clockwise. Clockwise, right? Clockwise moment of force equal to how much? This distance is 50 GF into 50 centimeter. This will be the clockwise moment of force. Anti-clockwise, take this distance as x. Okay. We're taking this distance as x. Okay. Let x be the distance from the center where our 100 GF be placed. Okay. Anti-clockwise moment will be what? 100 GF into
X.
x centimeter. Okay. So to balance the ruler back, these two moments must cancel each other. They must be equal. So just equate them. 100 GF into x centimeter equal to 50 GF into 50 centimeter. Okay. Now GF get cancelled. 100 by 50. Okay. X centimeter equal to
25.
okay, x like into x. Okay. X 50 divided by 100 into 50 centimeter. So x equal to how much? To 25 centimeter. So where you have to keep x? 25 centimeter from the center. Okay. This way we will say. Or 25 centimeter from the other end. Okay. Is this question clear? So we will calculate the clockwise moment of force. We will calculate the anti-clockwise moment of force. To make it horizontal again, they must be equal. Okay. Or we can say their sum must be 0. This plus this. One will be negative, one will be positive. Okay. Or just equate them. Clockwise moment must be equal to anti-clockwise moment. Is this question clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. try next the remaining numericals and we'll discuss them tomorrow as well. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. And after this, we'll start the second chapter. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay,
Go
sir.
through all the
Thank you.
question answers. We'll discuss them. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.